Good evening, Trina. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am.
Okay, Trina, first of all, very heartily congratulations to you to pass your NOS exam.
Thank you, ma'am.
And it's really a proud moment for all of us. You made your hard work, our hard work, a worthy.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
very, very congratulations on that. So, Trina, I just want to ask few questions. I want to know your experience, how you have passed this exam and how you went through with all this.
Ma'am, so in the beginning of the year, like after eighth is over,
Yeah,
mostly I focus on completing the syllabus so that like NSO is around October or November, and we have the entire syllabus. So I focus on completing the syllabus, and
yeah.
also we have some extra materials for SOF. So
Okay,
I practice them, and like which includes previous year papers, mock tests.
okay, okay.
And from
So,
Pracbee side,
yeah.
they have given me a lot of tests, like mock tests,
Okay.
subject-wise tests. And we also have classes where they teach like the concepts are very clear. They teach it
Okay.
very nicely.
It's very good to hear that. So I just want to ask some questions like what inspired you to take NOS exam? Matlab, what was the first thought you decided that you want to go for NOS?
Ma'am, actually, I really like science as a subject. And then
Okay.
also like to improve in science. And overall, I just like feel a sense of achievement if I do well in it. So because of
Yes.
that, I took NSO.
It is actually, it's a tough one and you did it. It's really very good. So how did you prepare for the NOS exam? Could you just walk through us about your study routine?
Ma'am, so first, like a first few months of ninth, I tried to complete the syllabus. And then after a few months, like around June or July, the syllabus was almost complete. So like I started revising, and revising meaning we have the Pracbee module. I
Yeah,
I practiced questions from there also, which was very helpful. And other than
that's
that,
really good to know.
and
That's really,
other
really good to know.
thank you. And then other than that, we also have the mock tests of Pracbee plus the mock test of SOF. And mostly after practicing that and again practicing those questions, that was it.
Okay. So as the syllabus was done very early time period, so you just got plenty of time for the revision part, right?
Yes, like for
Yeah,
science, it was done pretty early.
yeah,
Like maybe not July, but by September it was definitely over, completely over.
yeah, yeah.
And but for maths, a little bit was left, but that also over before I moved.
Okay. So what subject or topic did you focus on the most during your preparations?
Ma'am, mostly physics because bio, like I enjoy it and I just remember it, so it's okay. Chemistry
Thank you
also,
so much.
thank you. And other than that, chemistry also, I find it like relatively easy. But then
Yeah,
physics, the solving and application of the formulas is hard. So I practice.
correct, correct. Yeah, physics needs practice. The numericals, which formula get to fix where. So we need to practice for it. Good.
Mm.
So did you face any challenge during your preparations? And if yes, how Pragbe helped you to overcome them?
Ma'am, so in the beginning, like physics and chemistry, those two, like in chemistry, we started like new topics like atoms and all, and those topics I kind of had difficulty. And physics, the first time I solved the module, like the first few times, I couldn't solve it properly. And like I was worried on how I would do. But then
Yeah.
every time I had a doubt, like all the teachers helped me clarify it. And like we had classes, like whenever I had a doubt, they immediately arranged classes and I could clarify it. So that's why it helped a lot with the overcoming the challenges.
Correct. We are always ready to help our students whenever, wherever. So, Trina, what resource, I mean, Pracbee teaching notes or test or homework questions which we provided, did you find the most helpful?
Mostly the tests, the mock test and subject-wise tests. And the lecture PDFs were also good, like the questions in the lecture PDF, the homework. But mostly I would say test, like the mock
Okay,
test
okay.
and revision
Yeah,
test.
practice always makes a man perfect. So yeah, while testing, you just came across all kind of questions, right? Which really helped you, right?
Yes.
So how did you manage your time? Because means between the schoolwork and preparing for the NOS, how you managed your timetable?
So in the beginning, I was kind of distracted. So it took some time, but then afterwards, like I mostly asked them to schedule the classes immediately after I return, like not immediately, but soon after I return home, so that I can focus after that, like I'm focused at that time period. And after that, I revise if I have any doubts, and I get like time to, do my schoolwork and then revise Pracbee.
Okay, that's good. Good management. So, what role did your Pragby teacher or mentor play in your preparations?
Ma'am, so mostly like whenever I wanted, like I requested for a class, there was always like a class scheduled, and all my doubts, like all of them, all the teachers cleared it very well, and like I understood the concept really well, and that's it.
Okay. So, Trina, what was the most difficult part of the NOS exam for you? Just tell us, just share with us, what was the most difficult part you faced?
Ma'am, in the paper.
Yeah, during preparations, and obviously with the subject, which subject you find it the most difficult?
Like I practiced physics, but still the paper was very difficult, and mostly the mistakes which I made were in physics only. So
Okay.
physics was like I still need to improve in that.
Yeah, we will help you in that for sure.
And
So how did you feel when you saw first time as your question paper was in front of you? Did any particular section or question stand out?
so the bio part was pretty easy, I would say. It was like okay, nice. And chemistry was also, I would say, pretty good. But then again, physics part. Physics part,
This is the problem.
physics is like the problem. Like I need to focus on physics more.
Okay, so how did you approach solving the problems during exam? Did you remind of the Preg teachers and Preg classes? Did it help you?
Yes, it like first like I prepared according to the ninth grade syllabus. Then in the last 2 months, I think I came to know we have a lot of extra things in NSO. And at that time, in the limited time period, Pracbee teachers taught me the extra concepts really well. So like that was a very good thing.
Okay, that's nice. So how did you deal with any nervousness or stress during the exam? Also, how Preg helped you to come out from that stress?
So like a few months before the exam, when it was like coming close, I was worried how I would do in the exam, like how I would perform. But then, as we had more classes, I got the concepts, and the more doubts I had, the more it was like cleared. And before the exam, I was nervous because, like, before exam, I'm like
Yeah,
worried what I
it
would do.
happens, right?
But then, as I sat for the exam, I
Yeah,
saw that the paper was relatively easy. It was pretty easy, and I could solve it pretty nicely. I completed before the
yeah.
time.
So I guess now you are much confident to just go through with any competitive exam. This is a good
Yeah.
way to start with, right?
Yes.
Okay, so do you have a favorite subject or a area of science that you mostly passionate about? And or I could say that the Pragby helped you to know your interest area in science.
I mostly like bio a lot. And
Okay.
surprisingly, I also like physics a lot. Though I'm
Yeah.
not like, I still need to improve, but I also like physics a lot.
And liking is different thing. and difficulty level is different thing, right? So yeah, you can say that physics is your favorite one.
Yes.
So what has been the most rewarding part of cracking the NOS exam?
So mostly the sense of achievement, for qualifying the second level, like qualifying for the
Correct,
second level. And also
correct, correct.
like practicing for NSO means that my schoolwork is like by itself, I'm preparing for it. Like both of them go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
school exam also I did pretty well, like really well. And NSO,
Basically, the syllabus is the same, na? So it's just that you need to go in detail. And
yeah,
we did that. So this will really helpful in your final exams as well.
yes.
How has cracking the NOS exam changed your perspective on science and learning?
So I realized that science is a very big subject. It's very wide, and there's still a lot of like scope for improvement because like 42 out of 60 is good, but I want to aim for something higher, like crossing 50.
Correct.
So I like science is a very big subject, and I want to learn more so that I can score more.
That's really good to aim high. If you will aim high, you have to fight for it, right? So we
Yes.
need to, in life, every time, every stage, you need to aim very high. Okay, so what skill or knowledge do you gain through Pracbee during the preparation process that you didn't have before, and afterwards you feel that, yeah, now I am confident in this area or I have to do in this way.
Ma'am, so firstly, the time management. Like in the beginning, like in Pracbee, we have some classes in groups as well, like master class. So that time, like there was this competitiveness to solve and get the answer first. So that improved my time management. And other than that, my accuracy also improved a lot. Like the answers before, sometimes I used to make silly errors, but
Yeah,
now I get the answers like step by step correctly.
okay, that's really good to know. So, do you plan to participate in more science Olympiads or any similar competitive exams in future, Trina?
Yes, ma'am. Like next year, though I have boards, I'm
Yeah,
planning to again participate for NSO and IMO.
very good, very good. We are here to help you in that too.
Thank you,
So,
ma'am.
how do you want Pragby to help you in that? Any suggestions from your side you want to give to us, where we can also work more prospectively to help you?
Ma'am, so like the test series and everything is okay, but if possible, the time taken to complete the syllabus, if we could reduce it further, then I'll get more time for revision, and that would be very helpful for.
Okay, okay. We will be seeing to it for sure. So, what are your long-term aspirations, Trina? And how does excelling in Science Olympiad fit into them?
Ma'am, so like I aspire to go for the engineering side. So that means
Okay,
I have to write JE, and like if I get a good score, then I'll get into nice colleges. So for that,
surely.
physics, like overall, science plays a very important role in that. So
Okay.
like NSO is kind of higher level. It's higher level exams. So it kind of prepares me to a certain extent for the JE and higher level exams, like competitive exams.
True, true, correct. Yeah. So, Trina, after crossing the second level of NOS and prospectively you have achieved your aim, what advice would you give to your younger students, like who are interested in preparing for the same competitive exam?
Ma'am, so mostly distractions. Try to keep the distractions under control.
And that's
And,
true.
and then time management. So like usually if I come home and like I don't have a tuition, like immediately like or like 1 or 2 hours after I come home, I waste those 2 hours like browsing or like reading something. So
Correct.
time management is very important, I feel, and practice.
Yes,
Even
true.
my teachers tell
Thank you for
me,
giving your suggestions.
yes,
Yeah.
even my
Can you
teachers
can
tell
you
me,
pardon?
Yes, even my teachers tell me that, and I also believe in that, that practice makes a man perfect.
Perfect, as I said. Okay, that's good. So, how do you stay motivated when things get tough and either in studies or in exam? Did your Pracbee mentor help you in that?
Yes, Pracbee also helped me, and mostly my parents motivate me a lot. Like
Yeah,
they are the most motivating thing in my life. So they
correct.
motivate me to study and score well, and also
Yeah,
the marks help me to stay motivated.
correct. True. Yeah, that's really good because parent support and then your teacher support is everything we need in life to
Ye-
get success in any competition, in anything, right?
Yes,
So can you share a memorable movement or experience from your preparations that helped you to stay focused?
ma'am. So initially, as I told, physics and chemistry also, I was facing difficulty with the module questions. But soon, like after a lot of practice, like when I first started getting the answers right, it motivated me to solve more. And once I got that push, I started focusing more and then practice and all, and I qualified for the second level.
Okay, okay, that's nice. That's good. So, Trina, how do you balance your studies, your extracurricular activities, and your personal life in all this?
Ma'am, so studies, I feel like I should dedicate at least 3 hours on weekdays, 3 to 4 hours, just for like self study. So like we have schoolwork, so I try to complete the schoolwork in the beginning so that I get time for the self study. And other than that, I also like I really love dancing. Bharatnatyam, I
Yeah,
love Bharatnatyam. So
yeah,
I try to have at least 2 classes of Bharatnatyam every week. And other
okay.
than that, I also have hobbies like reading or listening to music. So whenever I have my free time and I'm not like browsing, that time I read and
That's
listen to.
nice. Because see, relaxation is also important, now.
Yeah.
A person should not get burdened with everything. So yeah, that's good that you have chosen some activities to relax your mind, your soul, right?
Yes.
So, what personal qualities or habit do you think that contributed in your success for NOS exam?
Mostly staying self motivated. Like being self motivated is very important if you want to score well in an exam.
Yeah,
And other than that, practice. Like in the beginning, I was not practicing. So like I could have scored higher if I started from early on. But when I started practicing, I could see the changes. Like soon I like even in our class or like just in the mock tests, I started scoring better as I practiced more.
yeah,
So
that's right. Okay. Thank you so much, Trina. It was really a good interactive session with you. And you really made us proud. The whole Pragby team is really happy. Your parents, your hard work really worth it.
thank
And
you.
stay positive and all the best for your future endeavor. Stay growing and glowing. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.